The House will come to order. Today, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Representative Morrow, House District 46.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Speaker. It's a pleasure to work with you.
A pleasure to work with you.
Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Schiebel, please call the roll.
Representatives Amabile, Armagost, Bacon, Byrd, Bockenfeld, Rep. Bockenfeld.
Excused.
Basenecker is excused. Bottoms, Bradfield, Bradley, Brown, Catlin, Clifford, Representative Clifford,
Excused.
Doherty, Rep. Doherty. No Doherty either.
Excused.
DeGraff, Degree Kennedy, Duran, English, Epps, Evans, Frizzell, Representative Frizzell, Frizzell is excused. Froelich, Garcia, Rep. Garcia. Garcia is excused. Hamrick, Hartsook, Hernandez, Rep. Hernandez,
Excused.
Herod, Rep. Herod,
Excused.
Holtorf, Judah, Representative Judah,
Excused.
Joseph, Kipp, Leader, Lindsay, Linstead, Luck,
Here.
Lukens, Lynch, Mabry, Marshall, Martinez, Marvin. Did she say something? Representative Marvin,
Excused.
Morrow, McCormick, McLaughlin, Ortiz,
Here.
Parenti, Puglisi, Ricks, Rutinel, Sirota, Snyder, Rep. Snyder,
Excused.
Soper, Representative Soper,
Excused.
Story, Taggart, Titone, Valdez A, Velasco, Vigil, Weinberg, Weissman, Wilford,
Here.
Wilson, Winter, Woodrow, Young, and Madam Speaker.
Here. With 56 present, 9 excused, we do have a quorum. Representative Morrow.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My fun fact for the day about Pueblo is we are known as the home of the heroes. Pueblo has the most Congressional Medal of Honor winners per capita of any American city. So when you come to Pueblo and you walk through the streets, you'll see the many statues and tributes that we have throughout our town, and we look forward to having you in Pueblo. With that, Madam Speaker, I move that the Journal of Tuesday, February 27, 2024, be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Members, you've heard the motion that the journal be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Members, we do have business this morning. We are proceeding to third readings. Please take your seats. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1071 and House Bill 1039 until tomorrow.
Seeing no objection, the bills listed will be laid over as requested by the Majority Leader. Mr. Shebel, please read House Bill 1044.
House Bill 1044 by Representatives Hamrick and Taggart, also Senator Hansen, concerning the Public Employees Retirement Association's limitations on employment after retirement for public school employers.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move House Bill 1044 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1044 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Wilford, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Wilford votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representatives Armagost, Catlin, Clifford, Froelich. Representative Clifford, that'll be a $5 fine. Please close the machine. With 50 aye, 9 no, and 6 excused, House Bill 1044 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1056.
House Bill 1056 by Representatives Frizzell and Marshall, also Senators Hansen and Kolker, concerning property tax subject to a property tax lien and in connection therewith, modernizing statutes related to the issuance of a treasurer's deed for property subject to a property tax lien to align with a federal Supreme Court decision.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move House Bill 1056 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1056 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Wilford, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Wilford votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Luck votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Please close the machine. With 59 aye, 1 no, and 5 excused, House Bill 1056 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1096.
House Bill 1096 by Representatives Young and Lukens, also Senators Kolker and Marchman, concerning the enactment of the School Psychologist Licensure Interstate Compact.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move House Bill 1096 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1096 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Wilford, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Wilford votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Clifford and Joseph. Please close the machine. With 59 aye, 2 no, and 4 excused, House Bill 1096 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move the following bills be made special orders on Wednesday, February 28, 2024, at 9:17 a.m. House Bill 1003, Senate Bill 5, Senate Bill 31, and Senate Bill 45.
Seeing no objections, the bills listed by the Majority Leader will be made special orders on Wednesday, February 28, 2024, at 9:17 a.m. Representative Clifford. Members, you've heard the motion. Representative Clifford will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there is a request for a reading of the bill at length. Committee reports are printed in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the majority leader. The coat rule is relaxed. Mr. Shebel, House Bill 1003. Please read the title.
House Bill 1003 by Representatives McLaughlin and Young, also Senators Simpson and Michelson Janae, concerning measures related to harm reduction for students.
Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you and welcome. We're glad you're here today. Yes, I move House Bill 241003.
To the bill.
Yes, this bill is one that came to me from my students at both Durango High School and Animas Charter School in Durango. A young man from the charter school died. He had been given a pill that for the very first time that he took a pill, he was having a headache and some kind of issue. A friend gave him one. It had fentanyl in it. And this student died. First time ever taking any drugs at all. His friends around him didn't know about Narcan. Nobody did. They could have saved his life at that moment in time. And they couldn't, and they had to watch their friend die. That should never, ever, ever happen again. This bill has schools helping students learn how to use Narcan, bus drivers, teachers, parents, all educators learn how to use this life-saving, it's like a squirt that goes up your nose. There's no injection, there's nothing to it that can hurt if it is given to a person and they're not having drug issues. But this can save lives. And I think if we do anything today, we can decide that saving students' lives is a really, really important part of what we do here in Colorado. And this bill will have schools, bus drivers, everybody have access to Narcan, the training to get everybody to know what to do with it. And I hope you can vote in favor of this bill today.
Members, if you can keep your conversations on the side, please. Representative Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It is an honor to serve with you.
And an honor to serve with you.
I'm going to be brief. This bill will save lives. It is driven by students really wanting to have the power to protect their peers and increase the amount of education around drug use. It will ensure that help is there when it is needed. We heard from an ER doctor during testimony that this is an over-the-counter antagonist, and in the ER, they use it when they don't know what really is going on with an individual. It is extremely safe. I urge and I vote.
No, wait.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Minority Leader, Madam Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's an honor to serve with you on your
And
first
an honor
day.
to serve with you.
Thank you. I heard this. I heard this bill in committee and spent a lot of time working through with the sponsors after committee some changes to make a really good policy even better. In my other life, I am an opioid facilitator for 9 counties in southeast Colorado and work a lot on the opioid crisis and alleviating some of the issues. So I think this bill is a great bill. I did have a couple of concerns in committee, as did some of my colleagues, as to the student piece of this. In the bill, it had the drivers were getting training, but there was no training for students. We wanted to make sure that students would be able to do that. We wanted to make sure it wasn't a mandate and that it was optional. We wanted to make sure school policies were going to be followed as well. And then my biggest issue, because I have a daughter with a huge heart, is that parents and students would have immunity in case that, they administered this and something went wrong. The school's immunity was codified, but the parent and student immunity was not. And so we just wanted to make that incredibly clear. It is in statute in other places, but to put it here, that the parents and students would also have immunity. So I, with that, offer this friendly amendment. Really appreciate the work of the bill sponsors to address my concerns and those of my colleagues. And with that, Mr. Chair, I'd like to move Amendment L013 to House Bill 1003.
Mr. Shebel, please display the amendment. It's properly displayed. To the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just explained the amendment in all of my eagerness, so if you need me to repeat it, let me know. But otherwise, I really appreciate the work of the bill sponsors to address and alleviate some of the concerns that me and my colleagues had. Thank you.
Members, again, please keep your conversations to the side. Rep. Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise in support of this amendment. The bill, an issue I had with the bill is that these programs are already being put together by the school districts. Nothing needed to be mandated. This amendment kind of clarifies that and clarifies some of the other language that allows for more options for schools to control how they do this and put in an effective program. And also, it's important that we clarify the liability. The liability piece was already alluded to in the bill, but it wasn't clear that students and parents were not subject to that liability. So this just helps put it in there and make it clear. I ask for an aye vote.
Members, this was a multi-page amendment. This was put on your desk yesterday. We're displaying the first page of this amendment. Is there any further discussion? The question is on the amendment of L13. Any further discussion on L13? Oh, you have an amendment to the amendment. Representative Young.
I move L015 to L013.
Can you say that again in the mic?
I move L015 to L013.
Is this a substitute?
It's amending the original amendment.
Got that. Mr. Shebel, please display the amendment. And this is properly displayed to the amendment. Rep. Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. What this amendment does is it is a technical change to ensure that the Division of Youth Services is not included in this bill since they have laws that impact their use of Narcan. And this was worked out with the Division of Youth Services. So we're changing, anytime there's school, we're changing it to school district.
Madam Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a friendly amendment to my friendly amendment, and we're all in agreement that this is the best way to do this policy. So I support the amendment to my amendment. Thank you.
Any further discussion on the amendment to the amendment? Seeing none, the question before us is passage of L15. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee will come to recess. The committee will come back to order. The question before us is Amendment L13. I take that back. We're going back into recess. Committee will come to recess.
Yeah. We're done. Yeah.
The committee will come back to order. And now the question before us is the passage of L13
As amended.
as amended. Rep. McLaughlin.
These are both friendly amendments. I encourage an aye vote.
Seeing no further discussion on L13, the question before us is the passage of the amendment. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The amendment passes. To the bill. Rep. Poltorf.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe that's your first time up there, Mr. Chair, so I'm excited to watch your leadership in action. I also mentioned to the chief clerk that we're going to get a digital credit card machine up so we can make sure we can collect those charges for the millennials and those that only have digital currency. But I digress, and I don't want you to gavel me as your first official act. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very thankful that the bill sponsors have brought this bill as they try to save lives. What saddens me today is that schools were intended to be drug-free zones, to be safe zones for children to grow and learn free of drugs. Illegal, illicit drugs that corrupt and ruin lives. I do not know why we in this chamber and every leader in this state, all the way up to the governor, does not scream from the highest 14er, do not take illicit, illegal drugs that could have fentanyl that will kill you. It kills people. The poison kills. So when a young person, perhaps naive, a young teenager between the ages of probably 12 and 17, who on other legislation we've given so much independence and authority over their autonomy and other things. Now we are surprised when this young person takes a pill, a little blue pill, that has poisonous fentanyl. And nobody says a thing about the fentanyl. They talk about the Narcan as if it is some silver bullet. It's not a funny subject. We have more fentanyl deaths than we have people that were killed in 9/11, which was a horrible attack that many of the Generation Z don't even remember or know about. And many of us that are veterans in this chamber fought a 20-year war against the Taliban because of that attack. The dangerous fentanyl is in our communities, and the youth and kids continue to think it's okay to take it. It's funny. It's fun. It's fun to get high. It's fun to use these psychedelic drugs because society embraces their use. Adults, teenagers, even down to kids as low as 8 years of age now. Ladies and gentlemen, I support the bill concerning measures related to harm reduction for students. I support the amendments. But here's the problem, Colorado. Kids will continue to die. You can't have Narcan everywhere. And who really benefits from Narcan? Is it the youth? Is it society? Or is it Big Pharma? Big Pharma. Let's have it everywhere and pump billions of dollars back into Big Pharma as if they don't have enough of society's money. As if they haven't taken enough from COVID. Bragging about the hundreds of billions of dollars they have made. And now we're going to talk about Narcan, and Big Pharma is going to make another hundreds of billions of dollars as this proliferates everywhere. But kids are going to continue to die because Narcan can't be everywhere. It is sad. This is a day of sadness. I would ask everybody in this chamber to reject society's embracing of recreational drugs.
Rep. Holtorf, to the bill,
I would ask, excuse me?
To the bill, please.
Thank you. Opioid antagonists and detection products in schools. As I said earlier, this will not solve the problem. Our youth are going to continue to die. And oh, by the way, the kids are smarter than the faculty and the staff and the administrators in schools. You see, the kids know who's bringing it, who's peddling it, who's selling it, and in many cases, they have a good idea what it is when they take it. Now, the names have escaped me from my youth. Uppers, downers, speed, all that other stuff. They got all new names for this mess. But when a young person grabs that little blue pill and says, I'm going to do this while I'm in school because it's such a good idea, because it's going to help my learning and education, it's going to help me be smarter, it's going to give me a leg up on life. Where are people clamoring and speaking and asking to reject that notion, that premise? This bill will not solve the problem. It is a feel-good Band-Aid that will save some lives. But until you get to the base of the problem, then I will tell you, young people will continue to die at the hand of dangerous fentanyl in the streets, in your communities, in your homes, and the narco traffickers south of the border, which are just like Big Pharma, will continue to profit in the billions of dollars. Billions they make. I used to live down there. I would talk to them. This bill will not solve the problem. I wish we were running bills that were more aggressive to address the root of the problem. But that will not happen in this chamber this session. I will be a yes on this bill, but my heart cries for those that are waiting to die at the hand of poisonous fentanyl.
Rep. Lynch.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll lower this. First of all, I want to thank the bill sponsors. This is an area that's near and dear to my heart. We have in this state actually set aside millions of dollars for antagonists, and I'm not comfortable that those dollars are going in the right place. This bill does that. It encourages schools to have these products available. And you wouldn't think that that's a big deal, but in legislation that I've worked on in trying to get antagonists into schools, there's this thing called stigma that I didn't realize was such a big deal, but it really is. And so you have schools out there that are actually saying, well, we don't want to have this life-saving treatments at our school because it would admit that we might have some sort of an issue in our school. Well, this bill helps us make sure that we can get through that stigma of having life-saving measures in our schools. And thank you for the sponsors for the amendments. One of my concerns about this bill was the fact that it had proliferation of test strips in it. And when you think about it, if you've got test strips, that means you've got drugs on site, and that means you have something to test. But we are working on that from a friendly perspective to get test strips fixed. We'll probably end up doing that in the Senate side. I hope that happens. And this is a great bill, so thank you so much. This does what I attempted to do last year in getting it into schools. I think this is maybe a friendlier approach because it does leave some leeway in there for folks to kind of make their decisions. But this is absolutely essential that we have the ability to save lives of children that may have made the wrong choice and have quick reaction to that, and we can save lives with it. So thank you very much for bringing this bill. I'll be a yes.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the bill. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill passed. As amended. Mr. Shebel, please read the title for Senate Bill 5.
Senate Bill 5 by Senators Robertson, Simpson, also Representatives McCormick and McLaughlin, concerning the conservation of water in the state through the prohibition of certain landscaping practices.
It's McLaughlin Day.
It is.
Representative McCormick.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move Senate Bill 005 and the committee report.
To the committee report.
In committee, we amended the bill to make sure that we were covering water engineers that work in stormwater areas to make it clear that the practices that they are doing are not going to be affected by this bill, and also extended kept the date, but made sure that we were not incorporating projects that had already been in the design phase for the bill implementation. I urge an aye vote.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the bill. Passage of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee report is passed. To the bill. Rep. McLaughlin. I'm sorry. Rep. McCormick.
That's okay, Mr. Chair. We are so used to that. We are even calling this the McTurf bill. So, Senate Bill 5 came through our Water Resources and Agriculture Review Committee this summer and fall. The bill's purpose is to have us have one more way that we as a state can stop wasting water and conserve this precious resource. We know that non-functional turf accounts for about 50% of municipal water use in our state, so reducing the amount of turf is both important to save water, also the responsible thing to do. The bill is a natural extension of the bill we passed a couple of years ago, which was a turf buyback program, getting people to replace their water-using turf with water-wise landscaping. And now in this bill, we're taking the next move, the next measure to stop putting in that water-sucking sod in the first place. So this bill creates a clearer definition of what non-functional turf and functional turf is and what constitutes applicable properties. And to be clear that this bill does not apply to any residential properties, new
that will be built or existing. And the intent is actually just to save water, to stop the unnecessary use of water by prohibiting new non-functional turf. And it will help Colorado move towards these water-wise landscapes. And I know you heard us talk about this last year, that there is beauty in Colorado scapes. And we need to show that in every place that we can across our state. So I urge an aye vote.
Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you. Yes, this bill saves money and it saves water. It also, we have been working with the sod producers in many parts of Colorado. It's a big business, and they are making sod now that is water-wise. And so we are encouraging the use of that as well. So it's not hurting, it's helping. If you're looking near a commercial place and there's little strips of grass, you can't really picnic on there. There's no way you could have a soccer game there. This is the kind of non-functional turf that we're talking about. It's just something that's there, it's sucking up water, sucking up time from people taking care of it, and we don't really need it. And so let's save that water, let's save the money. This is a statewide issue, not just my district, actually. So all over Colorado, we should be saving water. And I encourage an aye vote.
Representative Lynch.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I feel it's a responsibility to come down and explain when I was a no on this bill over the summer because of the way it was written then and the restrictions it put on it put on folks, and they thank you for making those changes and amending this. This is a good bill if you think about the priorities of what we're putting our water towards. This frees up the ability for our ag water to be available instead of being diverted to making municipalities look beautiful. One of my concerns was that we were completely cutting off the ability for municipalities to put any grass down if they wanted. And then also I was concerned about the impact on the sod farmers in this state. However, one of those changes that went into this bill were that you actually can put grass down still. It just has to be a hybrid seed that is water-wise and helps out. So there is a evolution process that probably needs to happen with our sod farmers if they want to continue to put sod in these public places. However, I see this really becoming just kind of the new way that Colorado goes about its development. On the public side, this bill does not impede anybody from doing anything on the private side. So it's a good bill that saves us, and I think in committee we heard we have a deficit of about 740,000 acre-feet of water that we have the potential of saving with measures like this. This is a good bill. Vote yes. Thank you.
Representative Holtorf.
We heard this bill in Ag Committee. Several of the Ag Committee members voted no. And I think it bears an explanation. I do appreciate the bill sponsor's intent. We in Colorado need to preserve and save water. What everybody in Colorado realizes is Colorado grows exponentially. There is not enough water in the 100-year plan to support all these homes and future projected development. It doesn't exist. You can't make more water. In fact, under drought conditions, we have less water. So I appreciate the intent of the bill sponsors. The issue that two of the members in the committee had with this bill is it's a top-down position. The local municipalities and the counties, with this bill being signed into law, will not be able to make decisions with respect to what the bill addresses here for landscaping practices. Now, it is for, I believe, just commercial. It doesn't affect residential, and the bill sponsors very carefully addressed that, and I thank them for their legislative expertise and analysis. They're both very, very competent legislators and representatives, and I do respect that. But I have real issue real issue, and you've heard me say this 100 times, if not 1,000. One size doesn't fit all in Colorado. You have to be very careful when you promulgate rules at the state level based on the impact they're going to have at the local level. You see, we're a bottom-up society. Our country was built on a bottom-up premise. Those closest to the people should represent the people. Those farthest away from the people should worry about those things at their level up here, not the things that address the level down here that are closest to the people. So I believe I have sufficiently explained why I was a no. I cannot change my position based on my convictions, and I will continue to be a no. But I did think it was fair to explain to the bill sponsors why both a colleague from southern Colorado and a colleague from northeastern Colorado voted no in committee, and we will be a no throughout the process of this bill through the House chamber. Thank you for your time.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 5. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. No. The ayes have it. The bill is passed. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title for Senate Bill 31.
Senate Bill 31 by Senator Roberts, also Representatives Lukens and McLaughlin, concerning local authority to enforce violations of laws related to the prevention of noxious weeds.
Rep. Lukens.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move Senate Bill 24-031 and the Agriculture Committee report.
To the committee report.
Thank you, Mr.
Rep.
Chair.
Lukens.
In committee, we brought a simple amendment that we worked on with CDOT just to ensure that our varying state agencies are excluded out of the bill, and we ask for a yes vote on the committee report.
Any further discussions on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of the committee report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee report is passed. To the bill. Rep. Luken.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am bringing before Senate Bill 2431 on behalf of Routt County and my district and other counties across the state. The Colorado Noxious Weed Management Act has required noxious weed control since 1990. County officials work hard to follow state regulations regarding noxious weeds, but currently lack the necessary enforcement power to ensure compliance with the law. Senate Bill 31 clarifies that a Board of County Commissioners may approve the assessment and collection of fines for violations of local laws regarding the management of noxious weeds. Without enforcement of noxious weed laws, the efforts of law-abiding citizens are being undermined. So I urge a yes vote on Senate Bill 31 and its necessary efforts to address the destruction and contamination of our ecosystems.
Rep. McLaughlin.
Thank you. Noxious weeds are not just plants that landowners don't want on their property. They really are damaging species. They reduce crop yield, they destroy native plants, they destroy animal habitat, and they damage recreational activities. Most importantly, they clog waterways and they lower land values. This gives us a better opportunity to stop the growth of these weeds and the budding and the seeding early so it doesn't continue on. And I encourage it, I vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, please keep your conversations to the side and the noise down. Representative Armagost. Oh, sorry, Representative Winter. Assistant Minority Leader Winter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to the bill sponsors for bringing this bill. I was a no vote in committee. I actually reached out to my county commissioners since, and we've been having a lot of dialogue back and forth. One of the bill sponsors has been more than forthcoming with information that I've asked for. But after speaking to my commissioners, there's a lot of my counties already doing this. They've passed resolutions that said that, you know, their county laws wouldn't be any more stringent than state and federal laws. They feel like this is an issue that they're already controlling in my House district. So just to let you know, I wanted to explain my no vote, why it was in committee, and let you know I appreciate the information and that I have reached out to my commissioners, and at this point right now, after speaking with them, they think they've got a handle on this. And I wanted to explain that to you all here today. So thank you for the dialogue.
Representative Holtorf. Welcome back.
I, along with my colleague from Las Animas County, the representative from House District 47, we both voted no against this bill in Ag Committee. Now, I want to explain why, as a representative of eastern Colorado and northeastern Colorado. The thing that I didn't like about the bill was the punitive nature and the fines that would be assessed. Now, I do appreciate the bill sponsors making it at the discretion of the county commissioners. So it is a may, not a shall. It's not mandatory that every county promulgates this statute and enforces this statute as is written in a permissive nature. And I do appreciate that. Here's what you need to know about the country that you don't know if you don't live there. Many of the counties have a special district that is a weed control district. Most people may not be aware of that. And that county weed control district has the responsibility to manage weeds. Now, the bill sponsors have brought this bill to give county commissioners additional enforcement provisions and penalties against private landowners. But in eastern Colorado, what you don't know is many of these weed control districts are part of the problem. You need to understand that they fail in controlling those weeds along the bar dishes, the easements, the right-of-ways, between pastures and fields. So, with this particular bill now, there's no provision for a private landowner to protest or ask for the commissioners to fine the weed control district, but now with this legislation, it can turn around and have the state or those county commissioners apply fines and demands against private landowners. I'm not saying this isn't a problem. What I'm saying is this knife doesn't cut both ways, and maybe it should. Because there is a lot of negligence in Colorado with respect to weed control and weed management, and those municipalities and those special districts share in that responsibility. And I will tell you, there are many counties in this state of the 64 counties that are also failing. So this is not just a public issue or a private issue, it's a state issue. I wanted to explain why I'm a no. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 31. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say no. The ayes have it. The bill is passed. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title for Senate Bill 45.
Senate Bill 45 by Senator Liston, also Representatives Rutinel and Taggart, concerning modifications to the exemptions from the sterilization requirement under the Pet Animal Care and Facilities Act.
Representative Rutinel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It is an honor to serve with you.
And an honor to serve with you.
I move Senate Bill 24045 and the committee report.
To the committee report.
Thank you, colleagues.
Representative Rutinel.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Colleagues, this is a fairly simple amendment. It received unanimous support in the Ag Committee. It simply ensures that there are certain health considerations for animals born within Colorado with relation to spay and neuter practices, and it promotes some guardrails as well. This is part of a long engagement process with the shelters, and I urge an aye vote.
Representative Taggart.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
And an honor to serve with you, sir.
I would only add to this is this bill came from a significant amount of stakeholding from individuals that were concerned about the bill and the fact that exceptions were needed when a sterilization might impact the health of a pet. And so this particular amendment included verbiage to help that situation.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 45 is, I'm sorry, the passage of the committee report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The committee report is passed. To the bill. Representative Rutenau.
I urge and I vote.
Any further discussion? And now the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 45. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill is passed. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Seeing no objection, this committee will rise and report.
The House will come back to order. Mr. Schiebel, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it is under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof and making the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1003 is amended, passed on second reading, and ordered engrossed and placed on the calendar for third and final passage. Senate Bills 5 is amended, 31 is amended, 45 is amended, passed on second reading, ordered revised, and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage.
Representative Clifford. Members, you have heard the motion. There are no amendments at the desk. The question before us is the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Schiebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Wilford, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Wilford votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representatives Catlin, English, Evans, Ricks, Winter. Assistant Minority Leader, thank you. Representative Evans will have a $5 fine. Please excuse him. Please close the machine. With 47 aye, 15 no, and 3 excused, the report of the Committee of the Whole is adopted. Announcements, members. Representative Weissman.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Judiciary Committee members, we have some work to do this afternoon. At 1:30 in room 107, we have 3 bills on our calendar, 1241, 1124, and 1251. 1251 we heard previously. It's back for action only. See you at 1:30 and 107. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Froelich.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Transportation, Housing, and Local Government Committee will meet in Old State Library, 1:30, to hear 4 bills, 1267, 1172, 1233, and 1030.
Thank you. Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have a couple of announcements today. The first, for Education Committee, we have 2 bills at adjournment today, 1082 and 1123. I'll see you in room 107. The second one needs all of your attention. If you drink any coffee from back there, they have to pay for this, or we have to pay for it. So please put money into the little pot there, take your coffee, enjoy being awake for all of this, and but please support our coffee makers here. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Kipp.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Energy Environment Committee, we have no meeting today and no meeting tomorrow, but we will be meeting on Wednesday and Thursday next week.
And Representative Basenecker.
And Representative Basenecker and I would like to invite our students from Front Range Community College to the Capitol. If you could please welcome them.
Thank you. Representative Froelich.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today is Pharmacy Day at the Capitol. There is a reception this evening at 4:30, and during the day you'll have an opportunity to meet with pharmacists, pharmacy techs, and pharmacy students, so we hope you will participate. This is the flyer that's on your desk.
Rep. Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have requested and been approved for an excused absence Friday, March 29th, and the 1st, which is Monday.
So excused.
Thank you.
Representative Doherty.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Health and Human Services will be meeting at 1:30 in room 112, and we will hear the following bills, 1332, 1171, and 1231. Thanks.
Thank you. Representative Tatone.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Tomorrow morning, Joint Technology Committee, 8 o'clock in the morning, Senate Committee Room 352. We're going to have a presentation from DPA on possible legislation, a discussion on House Bill 1336, and some other business. So join us upstairs in the morning.
Thank you. Representative Young.
Today is Alzheimer's Day. As we know, this disease impacts so many of our Coloradans. Currently, we have volunteers across the state who support the 76,000 Coloradans living with the disease and 160,000 family caregivers.
Members, can you please keep your conversations to a low roar? Please proceed, Rep. Young.
The Alzheimer's Association calls this a family disease. And I think if you look in your hearts, most of you have been impacted by dementia and Alzheimer's. So please welcome those volunteers who are here today as they come to visit with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Representative Story.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, just wanted to announce that tomorrow the Capital Development Committee will be meeting at 7:45 a.m. in Senate Committee Room 357. See you all there.
Representative Amabile.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Business and Labor will be meeting today on adjournment, 10 minutes after adjournment. In room 112, we're hearing 3 bills, 1293, 1151, and 1157 for action only. Thanks.
Thank you. Representative Byrd.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, if you see some sweet little 4th graders running around the Capitol today, know that they are likely from Jefferson Academy in the fine city of Westminster. I hope you will welcome them and make their day bright and help them understand that this is the people's house and we want them here and involved. And once again, welcome Jefferson Academy Elementary.
Thank you. Speaker Pro Tem Degree Kennedy and friends.
Good morning, and thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to first start by welcoming our Jefferson County Commissioners in here today. Commissioners Andy Kerr, Tracy Kraft-Tharp, and Leslie Dahlkemper are here. And they are here for a special event that we'd like to announce. Today marks the 35th anniversary of the establishment of a sister county relationship between Jeffco and Pingtung County in Taiwan. And so our representatives of the sister county are here, but I'm not announcing them, I'm just announcing an event with them that will be in the Barney Ford Room, so that if anyone would like to meet with the folks from Pingtung County in Taiwan today, they'll be in the Barney Ford Room upon adjournment. We'd like to acknowledge the value of cultural cooperation and exchange, and though we're located far apart from each other, sharing ideas and support can lead to significant changes. It's always important to seek mutual paths towards peace and prosperity, and that is especially relevant today. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Good to see you all here. Members, I believe Assistant Majority Leader Bacon.
Thank you, members. I just wanted to announce that members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated are here today. They are the nation's oldest Black sorority, founded in 1908. If you see women in pink and green, please say hello. They will stop by your offices to say hello as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar till Thursday, February 28, 2024.
Thursday, February 29th?
Did I say 28?
I think there might be a typo. I'll have you restate the motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar to Thursday, February 29th, 2024.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over until tomorrow, Thursday, February 29th. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move the House stand in recess until later today.
The House will stand in recess until later today.